In a world before Google was a verb, before social media was even a thing, one name, just one, ruled the internet. It was the front door to everything. But behind that playful purple logo was a story the world has almost forgotten, a story of what could have been.
Now this isn't just a quote, it's a verdict. This is the story of maybe the biggest missed opportunities in the history of technology. A tale of how one single titan could have owned the entire future, not once, but twice, and chose to walk away. It cost them billions, sure, but it also cost them their very soul.
So we're going to pull back the curtain on the giant that had it all and then just let it all slip away. This is how the internet's very first superstar became its greatest cautionary tale. To really understand the fall, you have to see the rise. You have to witness the ascent. So let's go back. Let's rewind to the beginning, to that wild, chaotic frontier of the early web, when everything, and I mean everything, was still being invented on the fly.
It all starts right here, a Stanford dorm room, 1994. You've got two grad students, Jerry Yang and David Philo. And they weren't trying to build an empire, not at all. They were just trying to organize the beautiful, messy chaos of the early web with a simple list of their favorite sites. That's it.
But what they built became something else entirely. For a whole generation of people, Yahoo wasn't just a website. It was the internet, a single powerful portal where you started your day, your news, your email, your chats, your search. It was all right there. It was the homepage for millions.
And from that one simple idea, an unstoppable force was born. Yahoo became the undisputed king of Silicon Valley, a true digital empire.
I mean, just think about that for a second, what that really means. For millions and millions of people, it was the very first click of the day, the front door to this whole new digital world. When you thought of the web, you thought of Yahoo.
They were brilliant, too. They expanded their territory, launching Yahoo Mail, Yahoo News, and of course, Yahoo Messenger, which was basically the WhatsApp of its day. They weren't just a service anymore, they were woven right into the fabric of your daily life.
The scale here is, well, it's just staggering. At its absolute peak, Yahoo was valued at over $125 billion. To put that in perspective for you, that was more than Google, Amazon, and eBay combined at the time. They weren't just on top of the world, they were the world.
But you know how these stories go. Inside this magnificent empire, a quiet storm was gathering. The very success that had built them up was about to become the very thing that would tear them down. Destiny was knocking.
And this brings us to the turning point, the moments where just a few critical decisions, a few monumental errors in judgment would seal their fate forever. Okay, so picture this, 1998. Two Stanford students, you might have heard of them, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, come to Yahoo. They've got this new kind of search engine. It's faster, it's smarter, it's revolutionary. They offer to sell it for just $1 million. And Yahoo said no. They just didn't think search would ever be that big of a deal.
Then, amazingly, history gave them a second chance at owning the future. It's 2004 now. A young Mark Zuckerberg offers to sell his exploding social network for $1 billion. The deal was nearly done, but at the last minute, Yahoo's board got cold feet. They tried to lower the price, and Zuckerberg, he walked.
So here's the bottom line. Passing on Google and then completely fumbling the Facebook deal, these weren't just bad business moves, they were a catastrophic failure of vision that set the stage for an inevitable, tragic fall from grace. After those moments, well, the internet evolved at lightning speed. But Yahoo, the company that once literally defined it, was suddenly a relic, stuck in the past, a portal without a purpose. And you can just see the chaos here, right? While Google was busy perfecting search and building Android, while Facebook was building this massive global social network, Yahoo was building, well, confusion. It became bloated, it acquired these brilliant companies like Flickr and Tumblr, only to let them just wither and die.
The financial collapse was nothing short of breathtaking. From a peak valuation of $125 billion, the core company was eventually sold for just $4 billion. That's a loss of over 95% of its value. The empire had crumbled into dust.
So what's the ultimate lesson here? What can we really learn from this corporate tragedy? From the story of the giant that held the entire internet in its hands and just let go?
You see, their failure wasn't about a lack of intelligence. It was about a lack of courage.
Their success created this arrogance that just blinded them to what was coming next. They got so busy protecting their past, their portal, their media empire, they completely forgot their job was to invent the future. And that, right there, is the powerful, timeless warning of Yahoo's story. Opportunity doesn't wait. Technology never, ever pauses. And innovation, it does not forgive hesitation. Which leaves us with one haunting question to think about. Which giant of today is making the exact same mistakes?